Hello, tiny painters. We're painting something inspired by the little things around us today. Art doesn't always come from grand ideas. Often, it's sparked by the way sunlight dances on a leaf or the gentle curve of a teacup. Let's explore the everyday beauty that's all around us and see how it transforms into something magical on paper.
It's often simple moments where I can enjoy some little pleasures that make me want to create joyful art. Moments with a perfect cup of coffee, moments watching the sunrise on a crisp morning, add a good book that you just can't stop reading. One of my favorite vacations with my husband was our trip to the Blue Mountains in Ontario, Canada. We rented a treehouse with a balcony view over the nearby creek, waking up to the sounds of nature, making a fresh pot of coffee, and just sitting on the deck with nothing rushing us to get ready for the day. It was bliss. I could be present and notice the different bird calls, the wind rustling in the tall grass, and watching the sun begin to peek out over the treetops. I read several chapters of the book I brought on that trip before eventually we were getting ready for the cave exploring that we did later that day. It was such a relaxing trip that sometimes when my life gets busy and I'm all caught up in the hustle of activities, I love to remember that mornings like that do exist. Okay, so back to the painting. First of all, I wanted to convey the light fading up from behind the trees. And then I wanted to find balance between the book and the coffee cup in the foreground. While you watch the creation of this tiny painting, think about some of the tiny items in your world that bring you joy and comfort. On the subject of things that bring us joy is this tiny handmade watercolor kit. I forgot to mention that this kit is the tiny honeycomb palette from Leaves Laughs Love. Not only is this kit adorable because of the shape and colors that are in it, but it's because my friend CJ made it. And when you have something that's handmade, it just feels more special. He mixes each of the paints by hand with mineral pigments, and he also made the honeycomb palette and the little hex mixing pan. Not only is this kit dear to me because a friend made it, but also because it represents how items can be inspired by little everyday things. The shape is honeycomb, which makes me think of bees and their tiny little habitats, and that's just another little wonder to behold. Well, our painting has progressed, and now adding details with the fine liner is really bringing it all together. And there we have it, a tiny sunrise book and coffee moment.
Our tiny painting is proof that inspiration is everywhere. Thank you for looking at the world a little differently with me today. Let's keep noticing beauty in all the small things. Thank you for joining me here in our cozy little creative corner on the internet. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.